Beautiful weather day across the area. We actually had about a 40-degree temperature swing between our morning low and afternoon high, so very impressive. All thanks to very dry air. So dry air can heat up and cool down very efficiently, a lot more than air that has a lot of moisture with it. So that's why we're seeing these big temperature swings out there. But we've been on a 3-day warm streak after seeing a pretty cold stretch last week. We are going to continue our warm highs at least through Friday, but by this weekend, that's where we're going to see another temperature drop move in. So I don't think we'll quite get to record levels, but we'll be within about 3-5 degrees of record high temps over the next couple of afternoons. So pretty impressive heat for this time of year, but honestly, just great weather to be outside in. We got highs in the 80s at least through Thursday. Highs will start to drop off into the 70s Friday as more clouds arrive ahead of a cold front that will really drop our temperatures by this weekend. So if you compare our high temperature tomorrow to Saturday, there's a 20-degree difference. So a drastic temperature change is going to be moving in with that cold front that should show up late into the day Friday. Until then, we're going to see some beautiful weather. We got sunshine again Wednesday. After a cool start, we'll wake up into the 40s, but afternoon highs will hit the 80s. And then Thursday morning, wake up temps near 50, afternoon highs back close to 80 degrees. And you can see a few more clouds will show up Thursday afternoon. That'll be a sign of just moisture building through our atmosphere in anticipation of that rain showing up late Friday night. We are due for some rain. We have yet to record any measurable rainfall here in Augusta since the month of November started. So right now we're about a ½ inch below normal for the month. But what's impressive is that even though we've been dry recently over the last couple of weeks, for the year, we are actually 18 inches above average here in Augusta. So we saw a very wet winter, spring, even summertime months got a little wet at times. So we really have seen a ton of rainfall for the year, but it's really just been recently we haven't seen much. There's going to be a better opportunity to see some showers, though, once we, mainly late Friday night, I would say after sunset Friday. So if you have plans during the day Friday, just going to be cloudy, warm, not expecting much rain until we get to after sunset. Now, the rain chances this weekend are pretty tricky. We are expecting to see the wedge form. So the wedge is cold air damming. It's when high pressure gets north of us. It just kind of pins cooler, more dense air across the Appalachian Mountains region and brings us localized cooler temperatures than other places. So we're expecting that setup. I'll show you what it looks like here in a second. But wanted to pause point this for Friday because we got some big football games Friday evening. And around kickoff, there could be some stray showers around. Doesn't look like it's going to be a washout by any means, but just kind of looking ahead, those temperatures around kickoff should be in the upper 60s. It will be cloudy, and there will maybe be a few light showers around by game time. But that cold front, that will eventually sink south and just kind of stall out south of the CS, or mainly south of I-16. But what's very impressive, take a look at the temperature divide Friday afternoon. So I'm using one of the cooler models that I believe is doing a better job of kind of grasping the wedge. So what this model is thinking at Saturday at 4 o'clock, we're in the 40s in Augusta, but it's in the 70s in Jacksonville. So about a 30-degree temperature divide over about a 4-hour drive. So very impressive, and this wedge means it's going to be very tricky to kind of forecast temperatures because temperatures can really bust in these wedge environments. And another factor for the forecast is that depending on where that front stalls out, there's going to be an area of low pressure that runs along that front, and that's going to bring us additional showers Saturday into Sunday. So a pretty complex weather setup for this weekend, which will make it very difficult long-term wise to kind of say, hey, it's going to rain Saturday at 4 o'clock or 8 a.m. or Saturday at 1 p.m., not 4 p.m. Just not able to do that in the long term this far away from it. But it looks like we can guarantee that temperatures are definitely going to be feeling much cooler by this weekend. Here's a quick look at our 7-day forecast. So sunshine continues tomorrow, more clouds Thursday, generally just a cloudy and warm day Friday with temperatures topping out to the 70s. That rain will show up late into the day Friday. That cold front will move through early Saturday. And then at any point Saturday or Sunday, there just could be some light rain, drizzle, maybe a steady shower late into the day Sunday. But you can see our temperatures just drop like a rock. So that is definitely going to be a much different feeling air mass across the region by this weekend. But take advantage of the nice weather the next couple of days. Great weather to get outside. And hopefully you had a good election day out there. And we got all those election results now coming into the newsroom. You can probably see a bunch of busy people behind me out there. They're gathering up those totals. So be sure to tune in later on News 12 at 11. We'll have your election results. And we'll also have a better idea of that rainfall for the weekend at 11.